Hi there. Now, just over a year ago, for the very first time, I hired skis, boots and poles. Now, I just hadn't been exposed to skiing when I was a kid, so this was completely new and totally challenging, physically and mentally. You know, what a good opportunity to document my experience of learning a new competency. I mean, we're in the business of building competency in other people, building competency with communication, collaboration, composure, critical thinking. And we take people on sometimes, somewhat challenging journeys. If you don't challenge people, then they don't grow, they don't learn. So look, I thought that this was an ideal opportunity to remind myself about how hard it can get and track my way, my thoughts and feelings through a conceptual model that we use about learning new skills. I just got to say, day one, I was absolute rubbish. I fell down, I can't tell you how many times, hitting the ground, face planting. Picking myself up was exhausting, and I really only just made it to lunch. But as the days went by, I continued showing up, and I was able to gain a modicum of competency. More importantly, I had a renewed and humbling reminder of what it's like to be facing a competency challenge, with no certainty that you're actually going to pick it up. And with skiing, that's a bit concerning because you're not certain that you're not going to injure yourself or somebody else. So there's a bit of a leap of faith that is required. Now, if you don't know this model, it is worth knowing. It is simple, it's intuitively familiar, and I think that it also does provide some practical encouragement. So, just to confirm, we define a competency as the power and ability to do something well. Competencies include relationship and communication skills, technical and physical skills. See, this model that I'm going to take you through now would seem to apply to competency development across all contexts. So, in the beginning, we are unconsciously incompetent, okay? And we don't know what we don't know. Ignorance is bliss. I've seen video of people skiing, that looks easy enough. Yes, I don't know what I don't know. I was unconsciously incompetent. So, when I got the boots on, strapped onto the skis, I suddenly became aware that I was no longer competent at simply keeping my balance. Down I went. Yes, conscious incompetence. And every time this happened, my confidence was rocked. That's probably the way to say it. I was feeling very, very underconfident, worried about my safety and the safety of other people. I felt anxious. And when you're feeling anxiety, that's when you know that you've got something to learn. So anxiety is generated when you move from bliss to being aware of what's going on. Right, so you can't escape that feeling. You can't escape the feelings of anxiety. You cannot silence the voices in your head that are saying, listen, you are way too old for this. Just go back down to the kiosk and have a nice hot bowl of ramen, okay? Now, in moments like that, what you can do is you can thank your anxious mind and then choose to do it again. Back on the chairlift, have another crack. And every now and then, eureka! I can do that. I can control this. If I do that, I can feel that there's a bit of a rhythm to it, yeah? And so when the feedback loops confirm that it's working, that's when we move into conscious competence. We are competent as long as there's no distractions, there's no snowboarders and other skiers around the place. Now, this state of being consciously competent can actually be very frustrating and tiring. Even though you're having some success, it can be frustrating because, when you have to focus on the basics to get things right, when you have to work at getting things that other people find easy, that can come across as being very frustrating. And feelings of frustration can be difficult to shake. The inner voice may encourage you that you've actually had enough. great, you got down the slope, you didn't fall over, let's quit while you're ahead. So in those situations, maybe that's time to thank your mind for the feelings and for the advice, and then choose to do it again and again and again. Practice. Take action that allows your mind and your body to solve the problems. Package up the sensory information and build choice, accuracy, and agility. When you practice the right things, you achieve unconscious competence. This is the feeling of assurance. You're active and you are responsive. You are engaging fully with the experience and just getting better as you go. Now, I am by no means a brilliant skier. Am I a bit more confident about staying safe and avoiding collisions? Absolutely. So the thing to take away from this model, it provides it's a very clear and encouraging template for learning new competencies, so that you can take it one step at a time. If you are learning competencies around leadership communication or performance coaching or negotiation and advocacy, these are all complex combinations of thoughts, feelings, impressions, urges, ideas, memories. So even more complex than, your snow conditions. And that's just basically slopes and winds and temperature and location, okay? When you are learning new things, there will be times when your thoughts and your feelings are needling you to pull away. And these are the moments when you can choose to try it again and practice the action that seems to work. Here's my story on the snow. I've just been measured up for my boots. I'm really doing this. And here we go, I'm booting up for the first time. How I'm feeling at the moment is just pretty neutral. Has to be fun, right? I'll let you know.
Now you're looking like this. Now you're looking sharp.
I do feel like Cinderella, so kind of dressed for the snowball. Oh boy. Okay, so that was my first time down a hill. I must have fallen over half a dozen times or more. Conscious incompetence. If you don't fall over, you're not trying hard enough. That's what they say. Okay, twice down that slope, and I think I fell twice or three times. Something could go very wrong at any moment. I can still feel it. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, I know what I did. Too much weight on the uphill ski. It's starting to make sense. It's just so counterintuitive. I must confess there were a couple of times when I thought, no, this isn't for me, but no, I kept going. All right, bar up. That's right, I've got to stand up. Ugh. Hello, legs. Okay, I did that turn better than I did last time. Just averted disaster. And now I'm continuing to do the repetitions. I still feel like I'm 3 seconds away from absolute peril, but I'm trying to go a little bit faster. Good things come to those who persist. I've just done 3 or 4 runs now. It's really starting to come together now. It's like my bandwidth has increased. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, just put the miles in. This is my last chair lift ride up. That last run, I did everything that I wanted to. I mean, by my own standards, on that last run, I did everything right. Tremendously satisfying. I really tested myself today on slopes that were much more challenging than ones that I've done before, and I fell over lots of times, so that's a good indication that I wasn't playing it safe. I should put this phone away before I drop it again. And I'm done. That is the conclusion of 9 days. 9 of the most challenging, exhausting, frightening, and satisfying days of my life. Done.